All right, we're going to share with you an event that's coming up next month, and I have in studio with me this morning Monica Ramos. How are you?
I'm doing good, Pam. Thank you for having me
Yeah,
today. Appreciate
I'm
this.
so glad you could come in. And on our WHBC phone line, we have the one and only Betty Smith. How are you, Betty?
I'm great, Pam. How about yourself?
I'm doing great, doing great.
Good.
So we're going to start with Monica because I want her to explain. There's a fundraiser coming up that will benefit enrichment, which we'll talk to you about. But Monica, tell us a little bit about Anthony and his story.
Well, I don't want to start crying.
It's okay.
He was a wonderful person. And our son was really involved in arts and music. That really helped him, especially like on bad days where, mentally he was having a hard time and he was struggling. So art and music was always very important to my son, Anthony. And when he was younger, the first instrument he played was the saxophone. And he started with that with Mrs. Chenault, who did a jazz band camp at Crenshaw in the summer. Okay. So he was basically, she was basically his first music teacher, if you will, And he went from there, and then he started playing. My daughter had a keyboard. She didn't want it anymore. He started playing the keyboard, and then he started drawing. He started drawing probably at the age of 5 or 6, drawing his own cartoons, his own characters, his own everything. And it's so astonishing when you look at some of my son's drawings, how he can go from characters to drawing himself, to drawing, like his favorite animal was a fox. He drew himself as a fox. That was his ego thing, Mm-hmm. So everything like art and music was so important to him. And he would always talk about how he wished a lot of other people could afford music lessons, art lessons, because that was so important to him. He's like, everything is so expensive. So, and he was a loving person. He loved singing. He always went to the First Fridays downtown. His favorite place to go is the Oracle. Josh Oracle owns that. That's where he went for karaoke. Everybody knew him at that place for his singing. My son's also a wonderful singer. His song Circle of Life, he remade that. One of his favorite singers is Elton John. So he remade Circle of Life, and I started posting that video online. It's been a big hit with people. And he's also wrote his own music, too. So on his YouTube channel, he's got music that he remade, but he's got a lot of music that he wrote himself that just, blows you away when you hear it, how talented he was in the arts and the music. But a wonderful, caring person, and, that was one thing that he always talked about was how important art and music is to your mental health. And it is. It definitely is really, really important. So when I got a hold of Betty Smith. She took me on a tour of the place. I was trying to find a place to have my son's art exhibit and also include his music, but I wasn't really sure, wasn't really feeling anything. And she goes, come down and take a look. I'll take you on a tour. That was it. I was sold. As soon as I walked in there was like a mural or something that the kids drew. And I saw a fox right away.
Oh, see there?
See, and that was a sign.
Yes.
And that was a sign. I'm like, okay, we got to have it here. And then every room I went into reminded me of my son. Like I went in one room, I seen the saxophone, I seen the music. So I'm like, this is my son. This is where we need to have this.
Yeah.
So,
and talk about what happened to your son, if you don't mind, just so people understand.
My son, unfortunately, took his life. That was, it's been a year since December that, he's gone. So yeah, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's
very
hard. And the world, I think, can be so unkind. And the thing that I want to focus on, too, besides the arts and music for my son, is mental health in men. Unfortunately, I just recently lost my brother, too.
Oh, my goodness.
A week ago to the same.
So sorry.
So I want to get out there how important it is for men to get help, mentally get help. It's okay. And the one thing that my son always felt was he wasn't manly enough. I remember looking at his Twitch account and seeing a post he put the same month he passed away. He said, I'm not manly enough for this world. I'm not a tough guy in this world. And him and his father, Anthony's dad, Tony, both went to NASCAR races. They love NASCAR. That's where we're probably going to spread his ashes at one of the NASCAR tracks. But I remember my son telling me, I'm not your regular NASCAR fan because I wear nail polish and I have long hair and do this. So I knew he was having a hard time with that. And it really upsets me because the world has to be more kinder. I mean, we can advocate all day long for changes in mental health care, which need to happen severely. But it also comes down to being kind to people.
Yeah, we have to change that.
Because that's really a big, huge part of it. And there is, like, I just saw recently, unfortunately, that young man that, did suicide too. He was, athlete, 25 years old.
Yeah, right.
So there's an epidemic with men's mental health, and that needs to change. We need to stop. The world needs to stop making men feel like it's not okay
Stop
to get
judging.
help. Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
So that's one thing I do want to advocate on, besides helping the music and arts in memory of my son.
And then Betty, she's picked the place and enrichment as the beneficiary here of all of this, and I'm sure that that's a really wonderful thing for you, right?
It most certainly is. And I tell you, I just admire Monica so, and I did see her son's drawings, heard his music. And, when I first heard him sing, I thought it was Barry Manilow. He was just so good. And he had all of this talent. And then, for him to think that he was not accepted or felt like he was not accepted, we do have to change that dynamic. The arts do help and change lives. I see it happening every day. I know that it does. We just recently had something called mental health, music and mental health, how the arts has been statistically showing how it really helps with your mental health issues. We need to get the kids into programs like enrichment so that their lives can be enriched. A lot of the kids that come into enrichment, sometimes they're very depressed. They don't know where they fit in, if they belong. But the music, the arts, and the programs that we have bring out the best things in them. And I'm so excited and very grateful that Monica has chosen enrichment to receive the benefits of this program because, as she said, it is free. And a lot of the kids cannot afford to take expensive lessons. We are the only program of its kind in the county. And we just need more people to know we're there so we can help families and children. So thank you, Monica, for choosing enrichment. I'm very grateful for this.
And Monica, tell us about the event itself, when that's happening.
It'll be next month, March 21st, from 5 to 7. We are, I want to mention the sponsors. Sponsors are Walmart. Daniela, who was the store manager at the Walmart on West Tusk, is sponsoring it. She's going to be donating some stuff for. She's a wonderful store manager there. Also, Johnny's Bakery. That was my son's favorite bakery. Mm-hmm. And Papa John's. That was my son's favorite pizza place. They're all donating food for the event. Also, like I mentioned, Josh Arkle,
Yes.
He's been posting too. And I want to stress to people too that, I mentioned bringing art supplies if you have a used, or it doesn't have to be new. If it could be a used musical instrument. If you can please, when you come to the event, bring those donations. That's going to help the center so much. And also, we'll be having some of Anthony's artwork for purchase. The donations will go right to the center. I've also had an artist reach out to me to ask if he can donate a piece of artwork for that event. So that's wonderful. So if you're an artist, you want to donate something for that event for sale, all of the proceeds go to that center. I can't thank Betty enough. My daughter, Anthony's sister, obviously it's just been hard on her losing her brother.
Yeah.
She just thinks this is beyond wonderful, that something special is, in honor of her brother.
Yeah.
So she wants to say thank you too.
That's great.
So I just can't thank Betty enough for helping us do this. But yeah, I mean, you don't need to know our son, obviously.
Right.
You just please stop in that even you're supporting. I want to make this event huge because these children, to know that they take free art lessons, free music lessons is astonishing. And that's what Anthony was all about. And this is definitely something Anthony would want us to do. So I want to make this a big event. So please, everyone come out. You don't have to know my son. Just come out and support this center. Yes.
March 21st, 5 to 7 p.m. at the Enrichment Arts Education Center. And we'll continue to talk about this as we get closer. Monica, thank you so much.
Thank you,
and Betty, thank you so much for coming on this morning.
Thank you so much,
Oh,
Pam.
you're welcome. Thank you for having me. Pam, give them the address of enrichment, please.
Okay, I will have to find it because I don't have it in front of me, but I will do that for sure.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Have a
you.
blessed day.
You too.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
What are you working towards? A comfortable retirement? College for the kids?